Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today?
Um, I'm feeling rested
Rested, yeah.
and yeah, I'm feeling rested and I'm feeling excited for the day. Um, I think those would be the two words. I'm looking forward to all I'm able to do, as well as the amount of additional rest I'm able to get today. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, do you get to have a break this weekend?
Yes, I do. And today's an official day off for me. That's why you and I are able to do this breakfast and feelings this morning.
Well, I'm so glad. I'm so grateful that you got to come and talk with us. I'm just so excited. Because as you know, this is like kind of just like my second interview, and I'm just so proud of like I'm feeling very proud right now of what
Good.
I've kind of come up with in terms of breakfast and feelings, and then how I've been able to continue to keep connections with people that I find even as I've been pacing myself, i.e., how we met back in January and only connected recently. So, let's get started, guys. I want to welcome Fumi. Am I saying it right? Fumi?
You got it.
Yes. So I want to welcome Fumi, soul coach, and she has a virtual soul clinic. I'm just excited to have her here. The first time I found her, she was going off about feeling words in January, and she was on someone else's interview, and I was like, I have to know this lady. I have to know this lady. So, would you like to tell us a bit about you?
Yeah, I can do that for sure. Okay. So, as she has said correctly, my name is Fumi. I am of African descent. Particularly, I come from Nigeria. I would like to call it the best nation on the earth. It is certainly the one of the most populous nations. We're a lot in Nigeria, but apart from us being a lot, we are very multi-talented, a multi-talented set of people, always very passionate about different things, about football, about religion, about jollof rice, about food. We are a very interesting set of people. We're always in any room. Most of the time, we're always well educated and we've always been, thank you. So that was my daughter sneaking in and sneaking out to give me some tea this morning. So let me just continue with I was talking about Nigeria anyway. um right, so I am from Nigeria, and I am proud to be Nigerian and African. However, I live with my family in Toronto, Canada, and in terms of a career, my background is in marketing and communications, and that's what I do for my 9 to 5. So I work here in Canada with a really great agency that promotes brands and manufacturers, of different kinds of things. So that's my 9 to 5. What I would call my passion and my 5 to 9, what I do after work and in between and with weekends is I am a soul coach. I know we're going to get into it later, but I I became turned on to the whole feeling of coaching and mental health, emotional health. I would say in maybe 2017. But I never and then I started dropping bits and pieces on social media. I started thinking and researching a little more around that time. However, I came to Canada in 2018 and I got a bit of time on my hands when I was job hunting and I was settling the kids in school. And so Then I took a training, I took a couple of courses, I registered the business, I started earning, money and, speaking to people officially as a coach from that point in time. So I think that's a little about me. And let me tell you what I'm drinking this morning. It's hot water with ginger and mint leaves, always left to marinate for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then I put a dash of lime. It's my every morning, it's my ritual, I would say, in place of coffee or tea. Gotcha.
Thanks for reminding me, Carissa. I had muted myself on that side. So thank
Oh,
you for sharing. What I said, guys, to her was that I can't wait until I start liking things that don't have a big taste because I don't even like water. Um, so thank you for sharing that stuff. And you kind of answered a little bit about kind of your first interest in learning about feelings and emotions and stuff. And that was in 2019.
2017.
2017, yes. And then you moved in 2018.
Yes.
So how did that like flow into, I guess, like what you learned and saw with emotional health? Like how has that grown into how you are and what you're being as a soul coach now? Like how does that all how has that come together to play in? Like how do you define that as you have continued to explore?
That's amazing. That's a really good question. Thank you. So there was a major event in 2017 that really um, took me off the rails. I had a 2 year old. I think he was two. Yes, I had a 2 year old, and I had a husband that we had probably just gotten married. Maybe at that point it was about a 5 year, 4 year tenure. So I was in a new marriage and I had a new baby or a 2 year old baby. And our house where we lived in Lagos, Nigeria, got flooded. So when I say flooded, I mean completely flooded. We woke up on a Saturday morning and the water was up to our knees. And everything you can imagine, electronics, furniture, equipment, everything, papers, clothes, all that were all soaked in water. It was like our entire life, you know, went along with the water because it was a rainy season and we had like the owner of the house, we call them landlords in Nigeria. The owner of the house wasn't, I don't think he was really good at the building, the foundation. So it got flooded. Great thing, and I really thank my God, my creator, was that my 2 year old had gone to grandma's house for the weekend. If he was at home, he would have gone with the water because the way his bed, like all those low cribs, he would have been, he would have drowned in that water.
So did you like wake up like as if your bed was in the middle of a lake kind of thing?
No, we woke up as normal because the bed was sitting, was very solid. But when you get
But the
off the
water was
bed,
around it.
exactly, the water was everywhere. That experience, we had to move out, take whatever tiny, whatever belongings we had left, and we moved out. But where did we move to? We moved to my dad's house. So I was living along with my husband and my 2 year old in my old room in my dad's house. That was a defining moment or period for me because it tested my relationship with my husband. It tested my relationship with my father. It tested my self-esteem, my confidence. What did I believe? Where was I? Everything that had to do that made me me. we where we moved back to, that is my dad's house, was a bit far away from my old job, like the job I was working. So it made everything really inconvenient for my husband, for my baby. We were just moving around, and we had to come up with another like set of money or finances to get another house. So we were in my dad's house for about 4 to 5 months, and it was not a really great period. Around this period, I started dealing with passive suicidal thoughts, and I was really lost. And I think that obviously that's when the light shined on being aware of my feelings and my emotions, and what I was thinking, how I was thinking it, how it was affecting my work, my relationships, everything that I was doing. And I'd say that that's a turning point for me. I got also turned on to coaching because I met someone on Instagram. I really will be grateful for Instagram and for social media for the really tiny ways that it has helped. They seem tiny, but they're like major turning points. So I met someone who, till date, is a really good friend, but she became my coach. She actually gave me a scholarship into like a purpose discovery course, because I wrote to her and I told her, hey, these are all the things that are happening. I do not have a dime to my name, and I'm living out of my dad's house. And so she gave me this scholarship, and I put my all into it, this coaching course, where I did the work. I wrote in journals. I did all the assignments that she gave me. I did the research. I wrote about my past. I wrote about my desired future. I wrote about my present. I talked about my relationships. Like, I did the work. I did everything she asked me to. And I on some coaching calls, I stayed cooped up in the bathroom to have conversations with her in the middle of the night because she was in another time zone. But I did it. I did the work. And I think, as I said, that was really a defining moment and turning point for me, because I moved from that very dark place in my heart into an awareness of who I was, into the awareness of the power that I hold and how I can help other people. Yeah, so that's my miracle moment summarized.
I like that. I love that it. I just love that when we just try to like exist, that's when I think that we're most rewarded, and we're just trying to do better for ourselves.
Yes.
I really like that a lot. And thank you guys all in the chat so much. I very, 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 very much appreciate you guys. So when I was watching your interview on Sunday, you defined soul coach or coach. There was an interesting way that you defined coach. And so I'm just wondering, can you share that with us?
Yeah, I can do that. So, coaching comes from an original word that exists in like the ancient English times, and it refers to the carriage at the back of a horse that people sit in. So, you would have the horse and the coach. It was that container that people would sit in to take them to their destination. And I know that when people think about coaching, sometimes they think about sports coaching. You know, you think about your tennis coach, you think about maybe even your examinations, academic coaching. But then, of course, people have other kinds of goals in their lives, in other areas of their lives. And so a coach actually helps to take you to your desired destination, like walks with you on that journey. Now, it depends, you know, on the area, the niche. There are relationship coaches, there are finance coaches, there are sports coaches, there are business coaches, you know, there are different coaches. And it's important to note that soul coaching is very focused on your mental and emotional health and wellness, and how it impacts on other parts of your life. Because, you know, just like I shared, when you're in a really dark place, you can exist, but you may not be thriving. You can exist, but you may not be successful in the real sense of the word, in what you, in alignment with your true self in different parts. So maybe you're in a really dark place, but you're making lots of money and you're doing really great in your career. There comes a point in time where it will show that imbalance. Even if it doesn't show to the rest of the world, you will know in your heart of hearts that there's something iffy about yourself, right? So soul coaching um, is is doing it's working together with you as a client to make sure that you are in true alignment. You are in true alignment in your mental and emotional health with other parts of your life. Um, and just to quickly give us a rundown, like a really quick rundown of what a soul is, because I know I have merged the two words together now. Your soul is that part of you that will never die. You are a spirit. You have a soul, and then you live in a body. Jen's hair, Jen's face, it's a body. It's what you can see from the outside, but her soul is within her. And your soul is made up of your mind, where you make all those calculations and thoughts. You're thinking about me right now. You're looking at my glasses. You're looking at my red hair. You're assimilating all these signals from the outside. That's what your mind does. Your emotions are how you feel, thoughts and feelings. So thought is in your mind, feelings are in your emotions, and then your will. It's that combination of your mind and your emotions to into what I would call a will. A will is that strong seat of decision making. So I decided that I was going to get on this live with Jenny today at 9:30 my time, but my will had to be strong enough because, hey, my 5-year-old was making noise, saying this and the other. Oh, I woke up late. I felt a bit tired. There are obstacles in my way, but with a built up and strong will, you're able to overcome. It's the same way you will decide that I will start eating healthier, or I will every morning, I will go on a jog at 6 a.m. because I work at 7:30. So 6 a.m. makes sense for me, whatever. And you get on it and you do it and you follow through. So that's what a strong will does. So in general, your soul is a mind, will, and emotions. And that makes up your soul. And then coaching is to help you get to your desired destination. And if you put the two words together, a soul coach or soul coaching is that, I would say, that carefully engineered relationship with your soul coach that examines and helps to move you into a better state of mental and emotional health so that you can get to your desired, fully aligned destination in other parts of your life. And I'm repeating aligned because there must be that alignment. You cannot be successful based on the world's definition of success. It has to make sense for you. That's it.
Thank you. There was a lot there. I just really appreciate how it feels like you bring power back to certain words like will, and then reminding that saying I will, that's will. The same way that I guess it goes back to like how are you feeling, and you're answering with those actual feelings. You're putting power back into the like there is something behind this rather than just things coming out of our mouth. That's just so
Yes.
interesting. I also appreciate that I just kept wanting to interrupt and was trying really hard not to. I appreciate how holistic you are. That's the word I really wanted to, I guess, interrupt with, is that holistic. I appreciate the holistic view of it. And then, yeah. So thank you. for sharing that. That very interesting. And we even have some people in the chat. Someone said that they never thought about that and that you're also spitting straight facts.
I look forward to watching this live again, like on your channel and looking back at all the comments.
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
I'm just so grateful and excited that you got to be here. Because what I'm next excited for is for you to tell us about the virtual soul clinic and just kind of all of what comes with that, because like I was telling you earlier this week, I think that like I'm excited to work with you because I feel like I have a platform where we can reach a lot of different people, and I think that everyone's gonna love it. Basically, I just think that it's such a fantastic idea, and everyone needs to hear about it. So, tell us about the virtual soul clinic.
Thank you so much, Jenny. And I am excited. So here goes. I told you that I started coaching and doing this officially from 2018. But over these 3 years, I have realized that I cannot be everything to everyone all at once because we're all in different time zones. My 10 a.m. when I am working, maybe your 2 a.m. when you really, really need to talk to someone, or I'm sleeping and another person or a client really needs to talk to their coach. Also, COVID hit and everyone is now way more accepting and open to face-to-face communication via technology. So if you put these two together, the Virtual Soul Clinic is a platform to give people all over the world access, at the very least, to 15 minutes of support coaching. And I will define this by saying that support coaching is not therapy. You're not sitting in a therapist's chair, the virtual or proverbial therapist chair. We're not counseling you and raining down things that you must do. Yes, we'll invite you to some solutions and make some recommendations based on what you present, but that's not what a coach does. I needed to also add that a real good coach doesn't force answers onto you. A really good coach helps to bring out the answers that are already within you, right? So that your will to execute is stronger because it came from you. And so this platform is being built currently as we speak, and it will be the virtualsoulclinic.com. And it will give you access to booking. It's like a booking engine along with so many other things attached to it, but it will connect people all over the world. People are really free to sign up as support coaches. You will receive, as a support coach, you will receive the basic training, the tenets of the things that we believe in, and soul coaching and resources that will help you make proper, adequate recommendations after your 15-minute conversation with a client. Now, let me walk you through how a typical user journey will be. When you get on the Virtual Soul Clinic as somebody who maybe going through a tough time, you need to talk to someone, you will get on that platform, and the first thing you will do is take a quick scan. You know how it is when you go into the clinic, and a physical clinic, or and the doctor or the nurse takes your pressure, your blood pressure, your temperature, your weight, and all of that. That's what the quick scan does. It measures your soul vitals. And with the quick scan, you get your, it's about seven to 10 minutes to take. It's a couple of questions that really evaluate how you really feel. Because, sometimes we're not able to put it into words, which is what you're doing, Breakfast and Feelings. But these questions help, it's sort of like, they're like statements that if you agree, to what degree, how you feel, what have you been thinking, that kind of thing. Then that the platform analyzes the quick scan and delivers the results to you, but also delivers the results to your potential soul support coach. After that happens, you move on. The next step is for you to book a session, and you'll be shown like different options for the earliest available slots. On the back end, the support coach has already plugged in their own availability for the entire month, as an example. So once you book, the support coach is notified that, hey, you have a session within the next 2 to 3 hours. Currently, that's the lead time currently. But as we receive more and more support coaches volunteering and bringing in their time, we are hoping, it is my dream, that there will be someone always available 24/7, available to be, to listen to you, to be spoken with. And so you get on it, you book for it, you get on it, you get reminders on your email, and you get onto a Zoom call. So we're integrating the Zoom API or technology into, so we're integrating that Zoom technology into the platform. And so the person is able to speak to a support coach face to face, no judgment. The person can listen. The support coach has your results of the quick scan. So in the way that the support coach is trained, they can ask the right questions to lead you into expressing yourself even more. And then towards the tail end, both of you, meaning the support coach and the client, now agree on what is the next step. What do you want to do going forward? The support coach can recommend to you some resources, maybe an article or a webinar or a book, that kind of thing. Or the support coach can recommend that you do something. Maybe it's journaling, maybe it's walking, maybe it's deep breathing, maybe it's meditation, whatever. Or the third bucket is of recommendations is the support coach can recommend that you see somebody further. Maybe this 15 minutes was not enough, or 15 to 19 minutes was not enough. You need to see somebody for an hour. We will now have specialized coaches, actual therapists also on hand within the space or the platform of the virtual soul clinic that you can book, but that will be paid. But at the very least, with a support coach, you have spoken to someone, let your feelings out for 15 to 19 minutes. So that's the typical user journey. And as I said, the vision is for us to have enough support coaches so that anybody that gets on the platform from all over the world, regardless of your time zone, there's somebody available that you can speak to. So it's like a call center for your soul.
I like that, a call center for your soul. What I'm really excited about is knowing that with what I've been doing here with like my mental health stream, I've had a lot of different individuals who have come across and expressed interest in wanting to do something similar to me, in terms of, offering support, or how can I be a peer support specialist and different things like that. And when when I first got to start hearing about the virtual soul clinic and having the support coaches and things like that, I just thought that that would be like a fantastic opportunity for people who are interested in learning how to better support and offer support, but also not have to offer support at like an obnoxiously huge requirement as well. So I really appreciate that. So if you would like, I know you kind of elaborated on like what the coach would do, but is there anything else you would want to add, or like you can tell us about, because I would like to get whatever resources I need out to those interested. What else can we add for like at least for this interview in that regards to that? If I say, hey, are you interested in being a soul coach? Also, I just flung my fidget toy at myself. Um, uh, if you have interest, like you can check out this interview with her. What can we do? Like what all can we do to be a part of this?
Thank you. So I always say you can be a C, letter C, or 3. So there are 3 C's. Yeah, 3. Yeah, 3 C's of how you can get involved with the virtual soul clinic. One, you can sign up to be a support coach. That's where that first C comes up. And as I said, you can be a C. Now I'm going to type to you in our chat uh, the link so you can plug it into the comment section if you want to be a support coach. Like I said, you'll be trained in the basics. You will really understand what it is to be a really good support coach. We're not a certification, we're not giving you a certificate really. What you're doing is learning the art of listening. And that is it's a big art, because a lot of us, we don't listen. We listen so that we can reply, but you're going to learn about listening. You're going to learn about coaching. You're going to learn about making good use of the 15 to 19-minute period. You're going to learn about inviting people into your recommendations. Like I said, you are not towering over them because you're not the expert on their life. They are the experts on their lives, right? So as a support coach, you will learn, you'll get all this training, but you will also get some resources. And as a support coach, you will be talking to me, the lead coach, at the very least every 6 weeks in like what we would call a support coach, like our own circle, right? Where we talk. And you will also be able to provide support to each other. That is, support coach to support coach, you will be paired in such a way that you can also help each other. Because even a doctor needs a doctor, right? So that would be very, very helpful, I know. And then you would be plugging in your availability month on month. And the minimum, as you will see in the link, is just 4 hours every month. We want for you to sign up to be a coach. Once the platform is ready, you will have the access to that link and you can plug in your availability so that people on the back end can know when you're available to support another person. And then the next C is you can be a campaigner, right? So as a campaigner, you should get to know you should watch this interview again to really fully understand everything that I have said about the Virtual Soul Clinic. But you can also go to this link, which I'm about to type in the chat to Jen. With this link, you'll learn all about the Virtual Soul Clinic, and you can tell everybody. You can talk about it. You can say to people, hey, it looks like you could be a really good support coach. So please sign up here. As a campaigner, you're telling the world, and which is what Jenny is doing. She's using her platform and she's telling people about the Virtual Soul Clinic, which is awesome. And as you tell people, you can also give people links and say, learn more about it, sign up to be a coach. And that brings me to my last C, which is you could be a contributor. Yes, we are taking donations. This thing costs money. We are looking for money because, there's the technology of it. There's the legal part. I actually just sent out, can I tell you? I just sent out about $1,500 for the creation of contracts. Hey, the contracts that the client has to sign, the support coaches have to sign, the specialized coaches have to sign. That thing costs money. Registration of the business as a not-for-profit, it also costs money. All those legalities, the marketing and advertising, the web development, the people that are helping out. We're hoping to be able to give people a stipend, at least the guys in the back end at some point. So we are taking contributions. And so let me type that to you. There's another link for that. We have links for everything. All right. So that's a GoFundMe link. And we are taking contributions. If you are in Canada, there are direct ways that you can send the money. But if you are in the US and all over the world, the GoFundMe link works. On all of these links, you will also see embedded videos that tell you more about the virtual soul clinic. So it's not just straight. I mean, any link you give to a person, to anybody, they'll get a good idea of what the virtual soul clinic does. Yeah, so you can be a C or three, meaning you can be a coach, a contributor, or a campaigner, or you could be all three. Yep.
I love it. I'm just so happy. I dropped those links in the chat for you guys, and then I also post them in my announcements in my Discord. We do have one question. Someone says, "What is the requirements to be a coach, and do you have to have a degree for it?"
Absolutely not. To be a support coach, you're really signing up to be a listener. You're signing up to give first aid. It's like first aid emergency, putting a plaster on. You're not signing up to be the doctor, right? You're not going to solve all of that person's problems. You're there to be a human, to be that human that the person is talking to from across the world that the person may never know or ever talk to again. But you as the human, you're giving that face time, sharing space, and opening up so that I would say being available so that that client can open up to you. So there's absolutely no requirement as long as you can speak English and listen to English for now, and as long as you really do have a heart for this thing, if you are really, really interested in being there for somebody. I also must add that if when a client comes up to the platform and the first thing, like I said, they do is take the quick scan. If their quick scan results show any indication of suicidal ideation, we do not allow the coaches to speak to them. We are not qualified to prevent suicide, right? And to pull you down from suicidal thoughts for now. So what we do as soon as we get those results that show suicidal ideation or thinking or passive feelings of suicide, we immediately send an email back to that client saying, these are your results. Here are some hotlines to call within your country that you can speak to right now. Please speak to those people, any of these hotlines in your country right now. So I really want to point that out that, we're not a suicide prevention hotline. We're just here for people that may not be feeling all together, right? And they need to talk to somebody, preferably somebody that's not in their close circle. So sometimes, you feel a bit uncomfortable speaking to friends and family that may know you, and you don't want to be embarrassed, but you may feel better talking to a stranger. We just want you as the support coach to be that stranger that can listen attentively and help out in a little way.
Yeah, no, I fully hear that. Um I remember several months ago now I was in someone's stream and they were talking about how venting is unhealthy, and I thought that was interesting. I was like, what do you mean? I was just feeling very defensive when I heard that. And they were like, okay, let me clarify. Venting is fairly unhealthy if you are not in a setting where the people around you are going to bring you positively out of it and help you process
Exactly.
positively,
Got
non
it.
judgmentally,
Got it.
observing. And that's where I was like, okay, no, that makes plenty of sense. Like that,
Mhm.
having someone who doesn't know your history can be really helpful because then there's no prior judgments that can be had.
Mm-hmm. And even
So,
if you say something that is weird and you're talking about a current situation, the support coach should be there to listen truthfully with no judgment, just curiosity, intense interest in your well being. That's it.
intense interest in your well being. Yep. I like that. Well, does the chat have any more questions? And is there anything that you want to add? I just want to make sure. I don't know when my Zoom call is going to end, but I don't want it to like
Oh,
cut us off at the
I think
last minute.
it will say when you have like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So don't worry, we'll see. We'll see the notification. No problem.
Okay.
What do I want to add? I want to say you're awesome, Jenny. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. And I'm always so comfortable speaking with you. I think we always have a really great vibe whenever we chat. And thank you for your really amazing questions. They were very thoughtful. And for the opportunity to speak on your platform, talk to your audience, and just to be on this breakfast and feelings show. I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I really appreciate you hanging out with us today. Hopefully you can catch a stream in the future. I know you're gonna go rewatch, and who knows, maybe you'll be on Twitch in the future too. Just giving out some tips and support to people. But
It
I'm
sounds
really
great.
grateful. I'm really grateful that you took the time, especially I don't want to say short notice, but took the time this week to be able to come on, and because I know definitely this is like my hyper focus right now, and I've been telling everybody about it. So I'm just so glad and excited that you got to come here and share with us.
So am I. So am I. Thank you.
Well, if we don't have any other questions in the chat, oh, we have someone asking for an email.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm typing that to you right now so that you can send to that nice person asking for an email. Boom.
Here we go. Here's the email. All right. Well, thank you again so
Thank you.
much for being here, and I hope that you have a very restful weekend, um, and you're able. Oh, sorry. Someone in chat confused me.
It's okay.
So I hope that you have a super restful weekend, and just keep doing what you're doing. It makes me so happy. Like obviously, you can see the energy that we're sharing definitely helps.
It does.
And I'm just extremely appreciative. So thank you.
I appreciate you too, Jenny. Thank you so much. And remember all the things we talked about. Was it yesterday or Wednesday? All
Wednesday,
right.
yep.
I look forward to speaking with you next week.
All right, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Bye.
Thanks, darling. Bye.